Hello, friends. This is Alia Jamal, the love coach, coming here for our 30-day series, Relationship with Yourself. And today we are on day 18. And today's topic is hard time being truthful. When you have really hard time telling the truth, speaking the truth, and not hiding things from other people that are supposed to be shared, when you have a hard time with that is a sign of a weaker relationship with yourself. So let's unpack it. Most of us, we think that we tell the truth all the time. We are very truthful people, and I have had many experiences where we are having a discussion on being truthful, and the person will say that, oh, I am always telling the truth, and within an hour I can see so many lies that are happening. Sometimes we can tell it from the body language, sometimes we can tell it because there is a disconnect in the communication, and sometimes we can just see the energy of it. Whatever is your level of expertise, that is where you can see that in another person. The tricky part is to be able to see that within ourselves. We think that we are telling the truth while we are not. So, first, be ready to experience where within you you're still telling lies. Whether it's the lies you tell to yourself, lies that you tell other people, the white lies that you're telling other people. First, be open to experience that, because if you're not open to experience what's really going on within you, there's nothing is going to change, because then we just keep thinking we are this way and we are not, and our relationship with ourselves is getting impacted. So that is the first step. And the second step is start paying attention to what you're saying and then why you're saying it. That level of awareness is going to give you an extra set of eyes within your own world, what's going on within you. For example, just yesterday, I was talking to somebody and they asked me a question, and I knew I didn't want to answer it. So I went like this, and then I went like this in my communication. They brought it back up. They were like, hey, you didn't answer my question. And in very quickly, I'm thinking, well, I actually don't want to answer this question because I feel like that is personal information that I don't want to share. And then I just said yes in a different way. And I walked away from that conversation. Now, if I am not aware, if I am not watching what's going on, you know what can happen? We can go into this place where we start to hide stuff or we start to tell lies because we are running away from the other person's judgment. We don't want them to judge us. So instead of telling what car we actually drive, we can lie the car that we drive. Instead of admitting to what kind level of education we have, we could lie. Instead of being truthful, what kind of brand we like, we can lie. So much can happen when we want the other person to be impressed by us, when we don't want them to judge us. So first, let's talk about the two parts of what we are talking here. One part is me lying and indulging in that energy of darkness. Truth is pure light. Lie takes us toward darkness, and it's a slippery slope. Once you lie, we don't feel good. Even our body's telling us, hey, please don't go that route. It's only going to take you down. So that is why it's very important that we don't do that. But the why we do it, that impact is we do it because we are afraid of other people judging us, or we want them to see a certain way where we think we are not. So what that really is, lack of self-acceptance. Every time you find yourself, you find it's very hard for you to tell the truth, it's lack of self-acceptance and kind of imagining other people are more important than you. Their opinion is more important than your opinion about yourself. So that is the core reason why when you have a hard time telling the truth or being truthful, it's detrimental to your relationship with yourself. It's detrimental to your own psychological well-being, because now you're just covering. You're also afraid of being caught. You're on the edge, you're walking on eggshells. Now you're thinking, I really hope they don't find the truth. How do I hide this? How do I hide that? You see how much energy is being sucked out of your life that could be used to create what your soul came here to create. So now I'm trusting that, this helps you understand why and how that impacts your relationship with yourself and is also a sign of an unhealthy relationship with yourself. So now let's look at what can you do. So the first thing you can do is make a commitment to yourself. I am going to become a person who tells the truth and nothing but the truth. Of course, we know in terms of, in times of if your lie is going to save a life, we find that in all spiritual school of thought, in all religion, if your lie can save a life, human life is more important than what you're going to say. So we're not talking about that. We are talking about when we are trying to represent ourselves in a way that is not really truthful. We are talking about that. So first is make a commitment. Second is start paying attention to what goes on in your mind. What goes on in your mind before you make up a story that is not really true. And even though I made a commitment at the age of, I believe, 18 to start speaking the truth, till this day, I am working on that. Till this day, I find myself, I'll be telling a story, and then, all of a sudden, some elaborative stuff will jump in because I like to be the observant of my own thoughts. I just go, wow, that's interesting. I wonder why there was a need to add this extra elaborated stuff, and then I can work with that. Then I can go deeper into what is it that I'm thinking about myself? What is it that I'm thinking about this other person that we needed to have this extra layer in there, which is not truth. We are on a lifelong journey of understanding our ego. This is ego. And also understanding our soul and become more like our soul. Our soul doesn't need anybody's validation. It doesn't need to impress anybody. It's already complete. It's already whole, but most importantly, it's already one with the Creator. When we dig deeper into our relationship with ourselves, what we are doing, we are excavating the parts of us that separate us from our soul. So we can work on becoming more like our soul. When you take a journey on building a healthy relationship with yourself, like all my clients do, that is what we work on. You're really transforming your ego self into your soul self because we are removing one by one everything, every motive that we have out of fear, out of being saved from other people's judgment or impressing them or running away from ourselves or seeking the acceptance. So this is very important work. It really makes your life so much easier. So the last thing that you can do after that you have better awareness of why you're lying, why you're hiding the truth, why you're telling elaborative stories that are not really needed, that is when you can ask yourself, what will it take for me to fully accept myself? What would it take for me to fully accept myself? And then stay committed to that. When you are having a communication, ask yourself before it, maybe you know that there's this one person you tend to lie more around them because they are more judgmental of you or your accomplishments and you want to impress them. Before you go into that communication, just ask yourself, hey, what would it take for me to just be me, accept myself, be true to myself? What that question does, it keeps you one in the present moment. It also keeps you connected with the energy of your soul because now you're going higher. You're like, what would it take? Who do I want to be? You're going above your ego level. So I am trusting that this is something that is transformational for you. It's awakening that part within you that is true, that is pure, that is light, that is love. And I know for a fact that that part of you is going to take you on a journey to be closer to your soul. Now, if this is the kind of work you like to do and you're ready to do, you can reach out to me, you can DM me, you can go to my website, aliajamalcoaching.com, and book a consultation. I would love to be your guide in your journey to come home. That is all for today. I'll be back with another one soon. Sending you all love. Bye.